Star Wars 7x7, episode 2567. Holy smokes, 24 Emmy nominations for The Mandalorian, and leading the pack, tied only with The Crown for the most Emmy nominations in 2021. We're going to break it all down here for you today, including a look back at what they did in 2020 and how that compares to this amazing haul. Punch it. Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod and this is Star Wars 7x7, your daily dose of Star Wars joy, and thank you so much for joining me for it. So last year there were some reports that tried to characterize the 15 Emmy nominations that The Mandalorian got as a surprise. Well, nobody should be surprised anymore. 24 Emmy nominations for the second time around, which is just outstanding, and as I said at the top, they are the co-leaders in nominations along with The Crown, and right behind them, WandaVision from Marvel actually, with 23 nominations, so kudos to them too. Now, we're going to break this down a few different ways in terms of how they did this year versus how they did last year and what that looks like and all that good stuff. We'll start with the primetime categories. Those are the major award categories that will be handed out on the Primetime Emmy Awards telecast in September on CBS, and last year The Mandalorian was only nominated in one category for that, for Outstanding Drama Series, and they lost, unfortunately. This year they are actually nominated in 4 primetime categories and have 5 nominations overall. They're nominated for Outstanding Drama Series again, which is fantastic. In fact, every category for which they were nominated last year, they've been nominated again, with the exception of one, which was Character Voiceover, and Taika Waititi was nominated for IG-11 in season 1. They don't have a Character Voiceover nominee for this season, so that's the one place where they didn't at least get a nomination again. Oh well. So, nominated for Outstanding Drama Series again. The new nominations in the major categories include Supporting Actor for Giancarlo Esposito as Moff Gideon, and in a way that's kind of a repeat because Giancarlo Esposito was nominated as a guest actor in season 1 of The Mandalorian, so now he's been nominated in both seasons, just in 2 different categories. Also, Jon Favreau has been nominated for directing, which is terrific, and that one is specifically for Chapter 9, The Marshal. He's also nominated for a writing award for Chapter 16, The Rescue, and Dave Filoni is nominated also for a writing award. So Filoni and Favreau are going to be pitted against each other in this category. Dave Filoni is nominated for writing The Jedi, episode 13. And when I say episode, I should say chapter instead, so yeah, you know what I mean. All right, so that's the major categories, and then they have 19 nominations in the creative arts categories, which is 5 more than they had last time around. Very impressive. So all the categories, as I said earlier, in which they were nominated last year, they're nominated again, and that includes the ones that they won again. So last year, they won for production design, they won for cinematography, they won for sound editing, sound mixing, special visual effects, and music composition and stunt coordination. Those 7 are the ones for which they won last year, and they're nominated in all of those categories again. There's one difference, which is that in cinematography, they were only nominated for 1 episode last year. This time, 2 of the episodes, 2 of the chapters, have been nominated this time around. Meanwhile, the categories for which they were nominated and lost, but are nominated again, include costumes, picture editing, and in the case of picture editing, they were nominated for 3 different chapters, 3 different episodes last year, and this time they're nominated for 4 different episodes/chapters. They're also nominated again for prosthetic makeup and for guest actor. Guest actor last time was Giancarlo Esposito. This time it's Carl Weathers. And then the new categories, the categories in which they were nominated this year but weren't nominated last year, include Outstanding Casting, Period and or Character Hairstyling, yeah. Supporting Actor, and we talked about that, Giancarlo Esposito nominated for that. There wasn't a Supporting Actor nomination for The Mandalorian last year. And Stunt Performance, that's a little bit different from Stunt Coordination, which is an overall season thing, versus Stunt Performance, which is specific to a given episode. Now, last year, I believe it was 7 out of the 8 chapters / episodes were nominated for particular categories and, situations within an individual episode. This time, only 5 of the 8 chapters / episodes received nominations, but in this particular case, one of them received more nominations than just about anything else. So running it from bottom to the top, The Marshal received 1 nomination. That, of course, is the directing one for Jon Favreau. And The Heiress also received 1 nomination. That one is for picture editing. That's, of course, chapter 11 with the introduction or reintroduction of Bo-Katan, if you will. The Believer has 2 nominations, one of them for picture editing and one of them for cinematography. Then you have The Rescue, which received 5 nominations, including picture editing, period and/or character hairstyling, music composition, so Ludwig Göransson nominated again, stunt performance, and writing. And finally, with 8 nominations, 8 Emmy nominations. This is so exciting for The Jedi, for Chapter 13 of The Mandalorian. 8 nominations including production design, cinematography, costumes, picture editing, prosthetic makeup, sound editing, sound mixing, and writing. So there you go. That's a few different ways to slice and dice the Emmy nominations that The Mandalorian received. 24 in all to co-lead the pack with the crown. Spectacular, and congratulations to the cast and crew of The Mandalorian and to all the creative folks at Lucasfilm for such a wonderful honor. Of course, we'll have to see how things end up turning out over the course of the next couple of months. And what we'll do from time to time between now and that Emmy telecast and also in the Creative Arts Week leading up to it, we'll check in on these various categories and talk about who is nominated along with The Mandalorian, or what shows are nominated along with The Mandalorian, and we'll talk about what the prospective odds are for repeat wins, for new wins, and so on and so forth. So stay tuned. We've got a lot coming about this. And that is going to do it for this episode of the show. It just remains for me to say thank you so much for joining me for it, as always, and may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be.
7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the Force be with them. All original content is copyright 2021 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.